All right, everybody. So I am in a meeting today and you have a substitute, so I'm going to teach anyway. So today's topic, we are going to be graphing on the XY plane quadratic inequalities. Okay, so if I get going too fast, please tell the substitute to slow down, all right? So, what makes today different than yesterday? It's the y. So we graph, we're actually going to be graphing on the xy plane. We're going to get a parabola, we're going to graph a parabola, and because of the inequality greater than, we're going to shade. So for sure we're going to shade parabolas. So let's go back to what we know. Example 1, this is in standard form. So to find the line of symmetry, we're going to go back to x is equal to negative b over 2a. So in this case, we've got a negative 2 over 2 times 1. Negative makes it positive 2 over 2, which is 1. So here's what I know. I know my line of symmetry is x equals 1. Alright, so that's where the graph goes, has its line of symmetry, so I'm just going to put that in there at x equals 1. It's an imaginary line. Now to get the vertex, the line of symmetry must lie on the vertex. So I know it's going to be 1 something. And to get the something, I'll plug that in. Plug it in. Okay, I'll take the 1. I'll plug it in for the x. So I'll have a 1 squared minus a 2 times a 1 minus an 8, which makes negative 9. So my vertex is 1, negative 9. All right, so that's the point. So we'll go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, y-intercept. Y-intercept is easy. There's the y-intercept right there. The y-intercept has to be at the point 0, negative 8. So let's put that in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which means I've got another point over here, obviously. X-intercepts is when y equals 0. So if I were to go and make the y 0, I would go 0 equals x squared minus 2x minus 8. Let's factor. Okay. 0 equals parentheses, 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 parentheses. X and x. We're going to go negative 4, positive 2. But when I solve my mini equations, I get x equals 4 and x equals negative 2. Okay, so then I'm going to have my intercepts at 4, 0, and negative 2, 0. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and I'm going to graph it. Now I got to be a little careful because I'm going to shade it, so I'm going to graph in my parabola. And now when I shade it, I'm going to definitely shade. If I see greater than, I've got to be above the parabola. Anything greater than the parabola, in this case is inside, but it is above it. So I shade everything above the parabola. Okay? Because that represents all of the points that are greater than or equal to the parabola. Okay? Alright, if I'm going too fast, tell the substitute to pause. Okay, I'm going to turn the page. Alright, example 2. Okay, what makes example 2 different? A couple of things. One, there's no equal sign. So I'm still going to draw a parabola, but I'm going to do a dashed line because there's no equal sign. So when I draw my parabola, it will ever be everything less than the parabola, but it will be not including the parabola. So, okay. Let's go to what we know. It's in standard form. Let's go back. Line of symmetry. X equals negative b over 2a, right? which is going to be a negative 11 over 2 times 2, which is 11 divided by, negative 11 divided by 4. What is that? Negative 11 divided by 4. I get a negative 2.75. So x is equal to negative 2.75. All right, I'll have to estimate that, but I can do that. It's about there. Sketch that in, okay? Now, oh, I'm wrong. Negative, negative. I am wrong. Darn it, made a mistake. Positive 2.75. Yeah, if I could erase that line, I would. Okay? Get rid of that. Good thing I use an eraser. Darn, made a mistake already. Negative. All right, so do it again. Negative b over 2a. Sorry the mistake. Negative 11 over 2 times 2, which is a positive. X equals a positive 2.75. All right, that looks better. Okay, so the vertex, if you've caught up from my dumb mistake, double negative, 2.75 something, and I'm going to use my calculator to plug it in, but I am going to plug it in, so I'm going to have a 2 times a 2.75 squared minus 11 times a 2.75 plus 5, right? Just going to plug it in. I'll let my calculator do the work. I go 2 parentheses, see if you can see that. There you go. Kind of see that. Oh, this overhead. 2 times a 2.75 squared minus 11 times a 2.75 plus 5, and I get an answer about negative 10.125. Okay, so that's the other part of my vertex. Negative 10.125. All right, so let's go 2.75. And I got to go way down here. That's right, I can estimate where that is. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll just estimate it right about there, okay? That's my vertex way down there. Okay, y-intercept is at 5. I know that because it's that value. 0, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means I'd have to have another point over here somewhere, okay? X-intercepts. Okay, let y equals 0. 0 equals 2x squared minus 11x plus 5. I'm going to factor. Okay, I'll let you catch up. I'm going to factor. Okay, so set it equals 0 and factor. 0 equals, let's see, parentheses, 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 parentheses. I have to have a 2x and an x. And a 5 and a 1, but I'll put my 5 here and my 1 here because I need my double smiley to make my 11, so negative, negative. If I solve, I'll have 0 equals 2x minus 1, and 0 equals x minus 5, plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, 1 x-intercepts at 1/2, 0, plus 5, and the other's at positive 5. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right about there. And negative 1/2 there. Okay, now I'm going to make a dashed parabola. The reason it's going to be dashed is way up here, there's no equal sign. So I'm going to go ahead and draw it like this. Dash, 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 dash. Now, I'm going to shade. I'm going to shade, but when I shade, it is less than. So I'm going to shade below my parabola. Now, below it is really kind of on the outside, but I think about way down here to be below it. I got to shade down here, right? But that means I have to shade all of the region. It's kind of outside the parabola, but in theory, it's supposed to be below the parabola, so we get everything there. All right, hopefully I didn't go too fast. I didn't give you them at 1, 2, 3 problems. That's all you got to do, okay? So page 371, 28, 32, and 74. And that's all I have. And